Hmm. AMD's leading this morning? That's weird. Oh, fuck. 3 in the fucking morning. Damn it. Head and Shoulders. Fuck. I'll get up at 3 in the morning now for shit to work. All right, everyone. Sorry, I was trying to. I just woke up, so. Move to Europe. Yeah, right, Jake? Exactly. Those were my thoughts. Just move to Europe. Well, it's funny because I was watching Bitcoin yesterday, and I was digging the setup over here, and I kind of like this. I like this rounded bottom setup, so I kind of bought it over here as it came up, and it came back through, and I ended up closing out at basically break even. And I mean, it goes on to lower prices, but then it spikes up at 3 in the morning. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I thought about putting an alert on, but I wouldn't have put it on down here. I would have put it on up here anyways. So I was thinking of just re-entering the position as it is right now. Cardano, as we noted yesterday, we had a buy point on Cardano, 03692. There you go. Right there on the trend line break. And Cardano versus Bitcoin was obviously broken out too, right there, 522. So there you go. Bam. Charts don't lie. Time zones do, though. Time zones are a bitch. Excuse me. Yeah, beat right to the neckline. There's the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. Right almost where we talked about it. Oh, well. What you going to do? Limit order wouldn't have quite gotten hit if you had it down here. You'd have had a stair step in or something. Anyway. So yesterday, market ended up pretty good. Volume was accelerated even on a holiday week. And we ended up with a new high. We have another new high today. Things are kind of bouncing back. INMD taking it on the chin a little bit this morning. And looks like Atlassian stalling at that trend line yet again so far. Nothing definitive yet. Visa, 0.21. That should be over recent highs. Or getting there. Yeah, so that should be getting over recent highs here pretty soon. Unless we just stall out at this trend line again. Hi, Jane. Nice. AYX doing pretty decently, mounting a nice run out of this little tiny consolidation here. Elevated volume. So far, so good. We'll see what works out today. Hopefully another day with just a small wick down, and then even just continuing this trend, I think is perfectly fine for AYX. Okta yesterday pulled in a little bit after poking its head out. Not broken by any stretch. Got AMD up about 1.8. Looks like going up a little more. And work finally. Are you gonna do something, work? Oh, there you go. There's kind of like a little mini dealio. There's a little volume uptick right there, and work could be actionable in this area. Finding a little bit of support of some moving averages as they finally flatten out. And we're through the trend line, so I think that's the important part. No major uptrend in play as of yet. These things can go sideways. Sometimes you want a high to break, or we don't have any major pocket pivots either, so no major indications for purchasing. ENDP looks like just another day bouncing off a trend line. That one ended up lower yesterday on elevated volume. It's almost a red pocket pivot. I actually did want to look at NVIDIA too. NVIDIA yesterday with a nice pullback. If you missed the breakout gap yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or breakout buy, yesterday was a nice inside pullback day. Closed pretty low. Whole market kind of did that. Today is so far another inside day. We'll see how it closes out. If it expands up, could be good. Go check our global list. Not much today. Holiday week. Not too many moves so far. ACB, NIO, VFF, which I believe is also an MJ stock. MJ's back up towards the top here. Hexo, Cron. There's SoFun. On the daily chart, looks like a flat line. And yeah, Roku actually. I wasn't really watching Roku, but that was stupid because it just kind of had a massive move all the way back up to the highs after that. Remember that huge breakdown? And then just a little rounded bottom. Some resistance right there. And what happens? It comes back in and basically tests resistance or support again. And kind of off to the races here. Right back towards the highs. So I think too high to get involved up here. A clear break of this high on a pocket pivot volume could be pretty good. But it is put in a cup base. I'm not sure if that qualifies as a handle. It may actually. Could qualify, in which case your breakout would be right there, and there's no breakout volume as of yet. Another MJ's at the top, MJ's at the bottom, everybody. That's kind of funny. AAXN. coming back down through the trend line after an actual breakout candle volume yesterday. Pretty interesting. AYX pulling in a little bit. AMD coming back down. AMD's in a weird spot. It's elevated. It's playing with this 10-day, unfortunately. But it's also in a fairly minor pullback, volume declining. So probably get going here the next sometime. I don't know, maybe next week or something like that. And then I was looking for Disney. Don't think I have Disney on here. Disney gapping up yesterday with a nice pocket pivot, huge pocket pivot. A little bit of selling pressure right there, but nothing too crazy. Get rid of this candle and we can kind of see where. There we go. So definitely a redder candle right there with a lot of volume in the morning. A nice little uptrend. And volume diminishing. So there's the kind of the break lower, this trend line. It follows all the way up. And right there it breaks. And the volume on the right is much smaller than the volume on the left, except for that one candle. So I don't think all is lost with Disney at all. And D-Dog came back in again. So here's your trend line for the IPO base. And coming back in again, it's going to have to do something a little more definitive, I think, to really get going. Not a tremendous amount of volume up here. Good on the earnings, but after that, it's been a little lackadaisical. Pocket pivot right there, but other than that, nothing too much. Like I said, Visa keeps popping a little bit higher. Reversing a little bit at these highs. Visa, Tesla playing around still. Not sure if I want to. Well, I guess it's finally popping up today. So maybe that gets that ball rolling up towards the 96. Still underneath all the moving averages, but finding some support at that trend line. So the Nasdaq's really been one of the biggest leaders here. The TQQ position is doing pretty good. You know, if you bought all the way down here, even at the close of the day, you're up a good what was that, 8%? How about that? Let's look at the TQQQ, and you'd be up 26%. 26% from this day right there. I think that's the. If not, this would be your next day probably, and you're about 14%. I think that's where I got in. I was too scared to get in down there. I didn't actually do it. I wanted to, but I didn't pull triggers. So a little too scared, but I ended up getting in once I saw this base consolidate in the breakout. So I'm in down here somewhere, and I'm up that 14%. I mean, so the market's doing fine. Nothing wrong with the market. I think um, TQ positions are fine at this stage of the game. Nothing wrong there at all. Individual stock names a little bit tricky. We're not getting any major rallies. Still a little bit of weirdness in the market. So yeah, it just looks like a lazy day before Thanksgiving. And then Friday, I'm not sure I'll be here Friday. Probably take that day off. Gonna be a light day anyways. Usually not too much action happens on those days unless there's some news events on some individual stocks. Those are days where they really like to play with the market. That's their favorite thing to do. Just toy with everyone's souls. So if you see crazy stuff around the holidays, 70% of it will go away like on the following Monday. Now around New Year's is slightly different because things don't usually get normal until the new year. So, excuse me, a little quirky on that one. Let me see. All right, GLD. Take a look at some gold. Still kind of walking its way lower. A bit of an H pattern, kind of an oddly shaped H pattern. Another trend line over here, but hold on a minute. Hey, sorry guys, I gotta roll. Family stuff. I'll see you on Monday. All right, guys, have a happy Thanksgiving and a good weekend. Not gonna be here Friday, so I gotta leave like this, but kids and stuff. All right, guys, bye.